I came across an interesting article, and it was the Orthodontists Association, or whatever it is for orthodontists, were communicating with their membership, saying that they've got to coach and educate, and this is the sub point that you're making, Andrew, about education and behaviours, educate to get paid and put in systems for getting paid. And it does go to highlight, every industry is different, and every industry must have special challenges. But I guess that's a bit of a consumer issue there. And I'm not really in consumer world, but Nick, you do get across consumer credit issues a lot.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that we're doing a lot more work on, and I think that all ties in really well, that we're talking about communication, and it's very important for credit professionals and orthodontists that have credit risk to have clear communication with their customers, but also process and procedure. And that situation is not unique to orthodontists. We've done similar training in healthcare and in schools, obviously private and those sorts of schools where that sort of issue will obviously arise as well. And it comes down to the fundamentals of credit to get clear contracts and agreements and everything clear up front. So when something does break down, there's something to rely on, some clarity as to whose roles are what. But yeah, in the consumer space and also the SME space is a big focus for our members as well. We've seen a lot of change in that area with all the stimulus that's gone through. A lot of consumers have been able to pay down their debts as well, and that's a great thing. That we know that debt and financial concerns have a direct link to mental health. So while it's not great super balances have been withdrawn, if they have been used to take that mental toll and stress off individuals, that's going to have a great outcome in the future. And what we have seen is where hardship and financial issues for consumers have arisen, there's a lot higher prevalence of vulnerability and hardship and mental health issues driving that. So that's very much evident, and we see that very clearly in the consumer space, and something that's really growing with prevalence in the small business space as well, because those small businesses aren't just businesses, they're people. And it's easy for the small business owner to keep that personal aspect hidden, and for credit professionals to deal with them just on a commercial basis without recognising the mental health impacts of a business having cash flow issues and financial concerns. So that's a big area for us to support our members in that, because they're interacting with these vulnerable people at a very hard point in their life, and it's just about money for us, but we're dealing with that toll as well, so supporting them through that. So the consumers and the individuals on the other side have the best possible outcome through it as well.
Yeah. Okay. And of course that whole, as soon as you're talking about consumer finance, you're talking about regulation and a whole lot of extra legal headaches potentially as well.